Peace and love, family. How you doing today? I just wanted to make this quick video, and I want to explain to people because about multi-level marketing and recruiting for a business is two different things. And the reason I'm making this video because a lot of people think that multi-level marketing and business building are the same thing when actually they're not. Um, Let me tell you what multi-level marketing is. Now, multi-level marketing is some companies that franchise themselves to a lot of individuals. So people can basically be a part of the business, be a business owner inside the business. And when you recruit other people in multi-level marketing, the higher your status in the company goes. So let's say, for instance, I'm not calling out no particular companies. Let's say a company is named One Way. I'm just using a fictitious company. So this One Way, they're selling herbal teas and weight loss teas and stuff like that. So let's just say this company One Way decide to franchise their business out to a bunch of different people. That's what network marketing. And let's say I get into this business called One Way. So One Way, I start off as a representative. Everybody start from the ground up. So as a representative, I start off and I'm selling the coffees, I'm selling the tea, blah, blah, blah. I start recruiting people. Then I become a senior representative. Then I become a vice president. Then I'll become a regional vice president. And so on to I'm like the president of the company, of the organization I built. And all it is you're networking yourself, you're recruiting people, and as the people work for you, you're making money, which is nothing wrong with multi-level marketing companies. I know a bunch of people who are making a substantial amount of money from these companies, and it's actually a good way to learn business because not only that you're interacting with people, you're learning how to sell a product, but the information that you get from these companies are priceless because information is priceless. You get to learn skills like, human resource skills. You get to learn skills, basically people skills, how you connect with people, how you sell a product knowledge. You get to learn these skills firsthand in multi-level marketing. That's the good side. You get to build an organization, and you could take that money that you make in multi-level marketing and put it into other things. So it gives people a chance to build from the ground up. And a lot of times with corporate America, sometimes it's not fair to everybody. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's not fair to everybody, so people have to get these, companies going. So there's nothing wrong with that. However, multi-level marketing is not the same as business recruiting. Let me tell you why. Because multi-level marketing, depending on the company, doesn't have parameters. Like someone can be, and I'm not knocking people that's coming out the correctional institutions or jails because they need jobs too. But for instance, if you're coming out of jail, you can join one of these multi-level marketing companies, excel in it, and make another name for yourself, which is a good thing. There's not really no background checks. You can see, people from the ground up joining these multi-level marketing companies and basically building a foundation for themselves because the world is not giving them opportunity. Now, however, building a business, and I'm going to say particularly, not no company in particular, building a financial business is different. When you're with a financial company and you become a licensed representative either in life insurance or investments, you become an individual business owner, depending on what company you get with. So these companies are different from multi-level marketing companies because these companies require you to not only pass drug screenings, you have to pass background screenings. Most of them you got to have credit background checks and everything. See, when you're working with a financial company, it's different because they want to know if you're going to handle people's finances. And like I said, I'm not knocking anybody that came out of correctional things. So we all make mistakes in life. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, some people that's, been through the correctional facilities, they can't handle personal finance. That's all good. There's other things that they can do. They don't have to do that. But these particular companies recruit. Now they recruit like multi-level marketing companies where they start off as a rep, senior rep, vice president, regional vice president, da da da, as they recruit. Now here's the difference. Here's the difference. When you're with a financial company and you're recruiting like that, you don't get paid until the representatives under you are licensed in the state that they reside in, and they're selling the financial products that your company hold. That's way different than multi-level marketing, because multi-level marketing, a lot of those companies, they just give you product knowledge. They give you the product and you could go out there selling the next day. You don't have to take a state test. You don't have to get background certified or none of that. So it's different when you build in a financial company rather than a multi-level marketing company. And people don't see the difference. And I can say for myself, I try to tell people something about that. They're quick to say, this is a multi-level marketing thing. And when I explained to them, like, hey, I had to explain this to my older cousin. And a lot of older people they have wisdom, but they have stupidity at the same time. And let me show you the reason why. Because we always have to be in the state of learning. I'm a man submitted to God, so I'm always in a humble state of learning. I'm never going to say I know it all. I don't know it all. I still don't know all about my industry, but each and every day I'm listening to audiobooks, I'm reading books, I'm learning about my industry. So when I go to speak to people, I can speak to them with a confidence that I know what I'm talking about my industry. Well, anyway, I was speaking to my cousin about the financial industry that I'm in, and she said, this is just like multi-level marketing. I'm not interested. So I said, what are you not interested in? I haven't even offered you anything yet. And just to let you know that, in order for you to be a part of my company, you have to do intensive background screening and you have to qualify. See, the thing with multi-level marketing companies, they welcome anyone. Nothing wrong with that. They'll welcome anyone. But in my stance, when you're building a financial company, unfortunately, this thing is not extended to everybody. You can offer them the opportunity to look at it, but it's not extended to everybody because everybody doesn't qualify. You have to qualify. And when you say recruiting, everyone recruits. McDonald's recruit people, do they not? When those high school kids graduate from high school, or those college kids as managers get other positions, they always hiring, they always recruiting. Wendy's is always recruiting. UPS is always recruiting. Your job is always recruiting. It's always going to be somebody retire or someone's getting fired. So it's a perpetual state of recruiting. So you don't call your Fortune 500 company that you work with a multi-level marketing company, or like they say, pyramid scheme, but they're always recruiting. Xerox is always recruiting. Walt Disney is always recruiting. So just like multi-level marketing companies, people are looking for quality people. And when in the recruiting process, during the training process, that's when you start maximizing the strong and eliminating the weak. So in this world, companies are always going to be recruiting. But just because you run a financial business and you try to get people to understand that, and when they look at you as an individual, you're recruiting, even though you got the stamp of your company on your back, they look at it as multi-level marketing, and that's not true. If I'm going to recruit just like anybody else in the game. It's no different. I'm no different than McDonald's. I'm no different than Wendy's. I'm no different than Target. If they're looking for quality people, so am I. That's the whole thing about being a business owner. And the thing is, being a business owner is great because you have something called leverage. Now, what leverage is basically having others do the work for you and you get compensated from that. That's the way it should be. Like, trust me, I had a couple of jobs. I spent years in corporate America. You're trying to impress everybody. You're trying to impress your supervisors. They're not impressed with you. They just want to see the numbers. And it's all about friendships. It is. It's not about work ethic. It's all about friendships. You could be the best employee, but if you do not know basically how to politic yourself within these organizations and these, how can you say that, corporate America settings, not all of them, but some of them, sometimes you might find your way out the door, or if you don't find your way out the door, you're going to be stuck at this level because you're not willing to play the game. All I'm saying is know the difference between multi-level marketing and building a financial business, and participate in playing the game for yourself. I don't know how you guys feel when you wake up in the morning. I know you guys might feel like, man, I don't even want to get out of bed right now. I don't want to get out the car when you get in the parking lot. I know that feeling. I had shakes at one job getting out the parking lot. I didn't want to see a manager. I had anger. I had, self-pity. I used to think, well, what's wrong with me? Why that is, going to this job, I'm not feeling a certain type of way. But one thing about it, and most of you guys are women on my page, but as a man, you don't complain about it. You assess yourself from within and you correct it. So when I got into the financial industry, per se, I felt great because now I get to hire people instead of being the employee. I get to train people instead of just always being trained. I get to see people grow their income, grow their business. I get that good feeling of accomplishment when I do it myself. The reason Americans, we kind of got lazy in a sense. If this is the land of opportunity, why not take the time to build this opportunity? Why are we just looking for a handout? In the financial industry, you have to work hard, but when you work hard, you reap a great reward. Even in multi-level marketing, if you work hard, knowing your products and services, selling your products and services, you reap a great reward. You get to pay your own taxes. You're a 1099, rather a W-2 employee, where you're getting taxed heavily taxed for nothing. Whereas if you were a business owner, whether you're in a financial business or multi-level marketing, you can write off things. It's just the way you want to live. And people have that fear, and they seen, the good and the bad with multi-level marketing companies, and they be like, oh, you're recruiting, so must be one of that. Well, your job recruits you, and to be honest, your job is a multi-level marketing company, because guess what? You at the bottom of the pyramid, the CEO is at the top of the pyramid. Y'all never meet in the middle. You never know your CEO name unless he's coming out to some type of corporate function. He probably don't see you unless you're an exceptional employee and you're doing well. He probably don't even care. And I'm not saying this to be mean. His bottom line is the numbers. He don't care if you get fired. He don't care if you get promoted. His bottom line is the numbers. And that's how it should be. CEO is up here. You're at the bottom of the pyramid. Whereas in multi-level marketing, you can start at the bottom of the pyramid and gradually work your way up. In finances, you can start at the bottom of the pyramid and gradually work your way up. The difference is with the financial companies, you got to have extensive background checks. You have to qualify for it. You don't need a degree, but you got to pass that criminal background check. In some cases, you got to pass a background check for, your finances. They got to make sure your credit's right. So maybe I took too much time for this video. I hope everybody is in good health and good blessings. I hope this explains the difference between multi-level marketing companies and finance companies, because it's a difference. It's not the same. God bless everybody. Take care. Goodbye.